to be a time on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I have a story I'm going to read. Then I'll make a few comments and bring it to a close. It should only take 4 or 5 minutes. And if you want, you can just go to the website and read it for yourself. The title of the story is Nibiru Annunaki Slaughter Russian Soldiers. And I will read the story. Let's see if I got it here. Okay. 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Okay. On Monday, February 13th, a Russian Special Forces detachment accidentally stumbled upon an Annunaki hive while searching for ISIS insurgents in a network of caves near Raqqa. According to the sole survivor of the doomed operation, the enormous Annunaki aliens initiated a violent confrontation, engaging the Russian soldiers with energy and particle beam weapons. The Russian troops fired back to no avail. Apparently, the Annunaki had an innate resistance to ballistic weapons. Our Moscow source, a former FSB operative, obtained a partial transcript of the event before the Kremlin issued a gag order and isolated the surviving soldier, Captain Perlyov Garvila Vasilyevich, and I'm sure I am not pronouncing his name correctly, a decorated officer and combat veteran. Vasilyevich's unit, the report indicates, had been operating behind enemy lines on a 4-day-long search and destroy mission. They were tasked with locating a band of ISIS freedom fighters believed to be hiding in an expansive network of caves in northeast Syria. After an exhaustive day of maneuvering through twisting tunnels and stalactite-filled caverns, the Russian unit found its prey. A ragtag group of ISIS spies had been holing up in a cavern 100 feet beneath the surface. The Special Forces soldiers slaughtered their enemy, leaving no survivors. That's when things began getting weird for them, our source said. After dispatching the ISIS soldiers, the Russian team heard strange noises echoing off the cavern walls. A distinct series of beeps and chirps emanating from a tunnel leading deeper underground. Assuming the sounds to be a primitive form of Morse code, the report continues, Captain Vasilyevich believed that another group of ISIS soldiers might have been lurking at the opposite end of the tunnel. He had ordered his men to assume an offensive posture and begun descending into the depths of the earth. The tunnel, Captain Vasilyevich reported, emptied into a colossal cavern with a 100-meter-high ceiling. Upon entering the cave, they were greeted not by ISIS insurgents, but by a faction of heavily armed humanoid aliens who did not take kindly to the intrusion. By all reports, the towering extraterrestrials stood 5 to 15 meters in height and had gold or bronze-like skin. Without hesitation, they opened fire on the Russian soldiers. 4 of the Russians died immediately, our source told us. The alien weapons produced a golden beam of light that vaporized anything it touched, including, of course, human flesh. The soldiers fought valiantly, but were no match for the Annunnaki's advanced technology. The soldiers' bullets just bounced off their exoskeleton. After the 8th fatality, our source said, Captain Vasilyevich ordered a tactical retreat, but the Annunaki outmaneuvered them and overwhelmed them in a running firefight to the surface. They massacred all of Captain Vasilyevich's men. Vasilyevich, the report concludes, barely escaped with his life. For reasons unknown, the Annunaki raiding party chose not to pursue him beyond the entrance to the caves. Even more interesting, this might not be an isolated incident. Astrobiologist and Sumerian scholar Hermann Schwarzbaum claims that worldwide governments have concealed numerous confrontations with Anunnaki raiding parties. The extraterrestrials, he said, originate from the 4th planet of the Nibiru system and routinely probe Earth's defenses in advance of Nibiru's arrival.